Hello everybody, Jazz again, making this last video for all of you. Week 8, which is the final week of our course. And it's probably going to be the most challenging week because of assignment number 3. So I'll talk a little bit about that, but as you know, the office hours are a little bit more reserved for that. This is more just to introduce you to the week. And once you start working a little bit and you get an idea of what's coming up, then we can have office hours to clarify um, any doubts and also answer any questions you may have. Um, First, I want to talk about Module 7 reflection. I haven't marked any of them yet, but they have looked pretty good. I had a quick look and some interesting topics, some schools, some hospitals, some other government projects like highways. So, interesting stuff. I always find it interesting what news stories that students can come up with, and this is no different. It's very, very interesting to me. So yeah, I'll get those marks to you very soon, probably the next day or so. Um, as for the last module, we will be going into kind of uh, capstone chapter, I like to call it, because everything is kind of coming full circle. We're getting back to the basis of what the course is really about financial decision making. So when you get into assignment 3, it might be a little bit challenging. I don't think you'll have much trouble with the first couple of tabs on the spreadsheet. Um, but when you get to the cash flow tab, there's a lot of work to be done and a lot to be filled in. Now, just because you get some parts of it wrong doesn't mean that you'll get a low mark, of course, right? Um, I mark pretty leniently, but just be aware that it might challenge you a little bit. Just give it your best shot and try to get into that groove of budgeting, right? Planning things out. And don't worry so much, right? If you find that you're really struggling, it's really only worth 20%. And like I said, I mark pretty leniently. So I think what you'll find is that it's really not worth the stress of getting an extra 2, 3, or even 4 points, um, because the impact on your letter grade is minimal. So most of you who have kept up with the course have a good grade going into this final assignment. And it is meant to be challenging. It is kind of a capstone, and it does challenge you in some ways. But don't get too worried if you feel like you're not going to do well. Once again, office hours, Wednesday night. I will see you there, and hopefully I can share more details at that point. All right, it's been a blast for me, this course. I hope it's been awesome for you too. I will see you in office hours. If not, this is goodbye, and hopefully you found it to be an interesting learning journey with me.